Hi guys, and welcome to a pre-recorded P2 workout session live with Coach Lee. Okay, he's going to be running us through some activities. We will look to be videoing for approximately 20 minutes, so we're going to get a little bit of a workout. Now, what's important is that we're going to be coaching Coach Lee through some of the activities, is to watch very closely in the video, see how he's completing each activity, and then try and replicate with as many repetitions of each activity as you want. Okay, but we'll aim for the video to be about 20 minutes. So the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to get a nice warm-up going. Okay, so all Coach Lee's going to do is going to leave his soccer ball somewhere out of the way of the middle of his space. Okay, and his space he's working in is about 5 by 5. Okay, so it's a small space. Okay, but what he's going to start by doing is jogging around his space, and he's just going to come forwards, he's going to do some backwards, he's going to do some shuffles and side to side. So he's not just going to run around the square in one direction. He's just going to be changing direction for approximately a minute. Okay, and you can see he's running forwards, a little bit of changing the direction. You can add some backwards and some maybe sideways. Okay, so working for about a minute just to get a little warm up. And what he's going to start to do now is he starts to increase his heart rate. He's going to just start incorporating some movements with his arms. Okay, and he's going to just get blood flowing all the way through his body. Helps carry oxygen to our muscles, gets us ready to work. About halfway through. Keep the changes in direction. Good job, Coach Lee. About 10 seconds left. And then we're just going to slightly move on to another activity. Last 5. And relax there. So what Coach Lee's going to do now, he's going to start at the bottom of his space. So you can see where he stood right there. He's going to take a nice slow jog forward. As he comes forward, he's going to hit the top line. When he gets there, he's just going to backwards jockey all the way to the original line. Okay? So he's going to jog nice and slow forwards. And then when he hits the top line, he's just going to jog nice and slow backwards. And you can see he's bending his knees. He's shuffling his feet side to side, and he's just slightly changing the angle as he goes backwards. And again, we're going to be working for about 45 seconds here. Let's go. And this is just a pulse raiser, guys, so we don't need to be sprinting through this. We're just going to take it nice and easy. We're looking to just elevate our heart rate and get the blood moving through our body. Good job, Coach Lee. So it's nice, easy on the way out, and he's just going to lower his center of mass, and he's just going to jockey backwards. Couple more. Fantastic, and relax there. So as he does that, he's just going to shake his legs out, shake his arms out. We're going to add a little bit of an activation stretching now. So what he's going to do, he's going to be walking around his space, and every couple of steps, every 3 or 4 steps, he's just going to go down into a nice lunge. Okay, so Coach Lee's just going to turn side on, just so we can see what the lunge looks like. So he's going to take one leg, he's going to put it out in front of him, and he's going to come down, and he's going to stretch all the way through. It's important that he keeps his back nice and straight as he comes down into that lunge, and then he's just going to step up through it. Okay, so every couple of steps, he'll walk around his space. Once he's comfortable, he's then just going to go down into one of those lunges. Okay, and he's going to alternate his feet. And we're just going to do this for about 30 seconds or so, so try and get 3 or 4 each leg. About 20 seconds left. Good job. Last 10 seconds to just try and get one more on each foot. And relax there, just shake out them legs again. So this time Coach Lee's going to start in the middle of his space. Okay, so he's going to come all the way to the middle. And what we're going to do, we're just going to be doing a little bit of reaction. Okay, so Coach Lee's just going to be jogging on the spot. Okay, he's not going to be picking up his knees too high. We're still in the warm-up phase. Okay, what he's going to do, when I say go, he's just going to react. He's going to come out to one of the corners and touch it with the bottom of his foot. Okay, he's not going to stamp on it. He's just going to try and touch it nice and evenly, and he's going to back up to the middle. Importantly, what you just saw when Coach Lee came out to the front cone, when he comes out, he's then going to jog backwards. He's not going to turn his back on the play. Okay, so he's not going to turn around to go back to the middle. He's just going to jog backwards. Okay, so the same as if he was to go to one of the back cones, he's going to go backwards using that little jockey, and then he's just going to come forwards again. Okay, and we're going to work for about 45 seconds. Okay, let's go. Good. So he's just jogging on the spot, and go. Good. Go. Well done. Go. Good. Go. And go. So about 20 seconds left, guys. Keep going. And go. And go. Last 10 seconds. Let's get 2 more. And go. And go. All right. What I want you to do, just relax there. Just shake out your legs, shake out your arms. Starting to feel it now. Okay, that's good. We're just going to pick up the intensity for this last activity and part of the warm-up, okay? And after that, we can take a quick break just to grab a drink. Okay, so what we're going to do this time is Coach Lee is going to stand on one of the corners in his space, okay? So he's down in the back right corner. Whatever corner he starts at, he's working in between that cone and the one in front of him, okay? So Coach Lee, can you just point to the cone that's in front of you? Okay, good. What he's going to do, he's going to take a nice short, sharp burst, okay? So he's going to come up his space, short and sharp. He might just come past his cone, okay, because we don't want him to come to a dead stop. And he's just going to walk all the way to the bottom again. So we're looking at a little bit of a short burst over 2 or 3 steps where we can really accelerate and then slowly decelerate. Don't come to a full stop straight away, okay? And he can just walk back to his space, or he can jog backwards, and then he's ready to go again. We're going to go for about 45 seconds again, guys, here, okay? Coach Lee, thumbs up, are you ready? Fantastic. All right, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So about 45 seconds, we're just taking a little short, sharp burst, resetting ourselves, and then going again. Good job, Coach Lee. Well done. He's just taking his time, he's setting himself up. He's not sprinting all the way back to the start. His heart rate's going to be elevated here, and he's just giving himself a little bit of rest time in between each one of these explosions. Good job. Couple more. And last one. Well done. And just take your time now, Coach Lee. I want you to shake it out. You can take 30 seconds, grab yourself a little drink, water, stretch out anything that you need to stretch out, okay? So Coach Lee's doing some of his own stretching here for his muscle groups that he needs. Just going to take 30 seconds just to give him a little bit of time. And when he comes back in, he's going to be using his ball, okay? So we're going to start moving on some activities with the ball. And today what we're going to be focusing on is a lot of futsal style touches. So we're going to be focusing on using the bottom of our foot. So the next kind of 3 or 4 activities, a lot of the focus is going to be using the sole of the foot to manipulate and change direction. Okay, and we'll explain as we do some of the activities, the benefits as to why we would use that in soccer. Okay, Coach Lee, you feeling good? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into our first activity. Now what I want Coach Lee to do, he's going to look sideways. Okay, because he's just going to show you what the activity looks like from that angle first. And we're going to be looking to use sole rolls. So what he's going to do, he's going to choose one of his feet, and he's going to start with the bottom of his foot on top of the ball. So you can see Coach Lee's started with the right foot on top of the ball and his left foot's down on the floor. We're going to do a little bit of a coordination activity. So what's going to happen is Coach Lee's going to start bouncing off his left foot first. So he's just going to get into a rhythm, and you can see now he's bouncing. As he does this, and once he feels comfortable, he's now going to start rolling the ball backwards and forwards on a really small touch. So one touch backwards, one touch forward. And you can see he's in full control and he's bouncing at the same time. Okay, so Coach Lee, just relax there. You can face the camera now. So that's going to be the activity. We're going to do 45 seconds, and then we're going to switch our feet. So Coach Lee started with his right foot or his left foot. Then we're going to flip over to the other one, okay? And we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So the key here, guys, is rhythm over speed. So what I want you guys to do is find your bounce first. Once you're comfortable bouncing with the ball, that's when you can then add this little forwards and backwards roll of the ball. It's really important to get rhythm first. And once you get really comfortable, you'll be able to add the speed element. Good job, Coach Lee. About 10 more seconds. And he's just showing you from the other angle there. 2, 1, and relax there. Shake your legs out. That standing leg just it does burn a little bit, that standing leg. It's a good activity for balance coordination and obviously working that muscle group in the leg. Okay, so we're going to give you guys 5 more seconds, and you're going to be switching over feet now. So Coach Lee's going to go to his right foot, and again he's looking at forwards, backwards. Let's go. So 45 seconds, little roll forwards, little roll backwards. You'll notice Coach Lee didn't start straight away. He got his bounce first. Once he felt comfortable bouncing, that's when he added a little roll forwards and backwards. Good job. We're 20 seconds in, so keep working, guys. You've got about 25 seconds left. Coach Lee's enjoying the work. Last 15 seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax there, guys. You can take a second, walk around your space, flick your legs out, take a moment to grab a drink. I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds break, okay? So shake your legs out, make sure you're ready for the next activity. And what we're going to be doing while we're all on this break, I'm just going to explain what the next activity is going to look like. So again, we're going to be utilizing the sole of the foot, but instead of going forwards and backwards with a little roll, we're going to be rolling the ball side to side. So it's going to come in front of our standing foot. So whatever foot Coach Lee decides to do this with, you can see his left foot's on the floor and his right foot's manipulating the ball. The right foot will have the ball just in front of the left foot. And again, he's going to find that little bounce and he's going to get that little side to side roll. And again, this allows for big changes in direction using the sole of the foot, okay? Coach Lee, you ready to work for the next one? So about 45 seconds in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So again, Coach Lee just got his rhythm first before he added the before he added the touch of the ball in. Good job, keep working, guys. So as mentioned, a lot of our touches that we're really going to focus on will use the bottom of our foot and this futsal style of touching the ball. Good job, keep going. Last 10 seconds. And relax there, Coach Lee. Just give yourself a little shake out. And we're just going to switch over feet, okay? So now we're going to go with the opposite foot, and then we're just going to move on to another activity, okay? In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So Coach Lee's got his bounce first. Now, the way we touch the ball here is really delicate. You'll notice Coach Lee isn't using big movements to move the ball sideways here. Okay, it's just a little touch and a little catch every time he rolls it side to side. And what it means is Coach Lee's never really out of control of the ball here. And that means when a defender is approaching or someone takes away the space of where he wants to go, he's going to be able to change and manipulate the ball into another direction, which helps him escape that defender. Okay, so the key is really small movements of the ball, means you're always in control, means you can always change direction on those defenders. Okay, last 10 seconds, Coach Lee, keep working. And relax there. Give yourself a little flick to shake out. I'll give you guys 15 seconds, 20 seconds just to stretch out, just to grab a quick drink of water. And we're going to go straight into the next activity. So what Coach Lee's going to do here is he's going to be starting at the bottom of his space, okay? So he's going to take the ball with him. Now we're going to add them rolls, but we're going to add movement with it, okay? So we're going to be moving from the bottom of our space all the way to the top. And we're just going to put our foot on top of the ball. And we're just going to be using the sole to roll the ball all the way up the space. So Coach Lee this time is going to come up the space. When he gets there, he's just going to turn around and he's going to swap feet, okay? So he's going to spin around and you can go forwards on that, Coach Lee, yep. And he's going to move the ball all the way to the bottom of the space. Okay, and we're going to work for about 45 seconds here again. So Coach Lee, you ready? Okay, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So now we've got this movement of the ball. Coach Lee's having to manipulate it to move forward. So he's just taking a little touch and he's rolling the ball on a small diagonal each time he touches it. Okay, and again, he's just getting his rhythm with a nice little bounce and then a little fine manipulation of the ball to take it forward. Good job, guys. Keep going. Last 20 seconds. Last 10 seconds. I'm sure you guys are all doing awesome at home. And that's it. If you do mess up, just catch the ball again and finish that rep up. Okay, so Coach Lee, once you're there, you can take a quick break, shake your legs out. Okay, and we're going to move on to another activity here. So this time, we're just going to roll the ball forward with the sole of our foot. So we're going to roll it. our job is to try and catch the ball before it gets to the end of the space. So Coach Lee's going to try and roll it, and then he's going to make a small movement after the ball, and the bottom of his foot is going to catch the top of the ball here. So we're looking for a little bit of a dynamic movement after he rolls the ball. So once he turns around, okay, he's going to roll it, and he's going to put a little bit of pace on it, and he's going to then just chase after that ball. So the aim here is we're really pushing after that ball to catch it, okay? And we're just going to work from end to end for 30 seconds, okay? In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good job. And again, guys, you can do as many repetitions and variations of these exercises. You have the ability to pause the video. If you need an extra break, if you need a little longer, that's absolutely fine. Okay? Last 15 seconds, keep working. And we're almost at the end of this first session. Keep going. Last 5 seconds. Can Coach Lee get back down to the bottom and relax? Okay, good job. Feeling good? Okay, he's feeling good. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to add a little bit of dribbling and turning. Okay, so we're going to focus on that for the last kind of 4 minutes or so. Coach Lee's going to start at the bottom of his space, and he's going to be coming up to attack the top line. So anywhere in between the 2 cones on this top line. And when he gets there, he's just going to do a little squeeze turn. So what a squeeze turn looks like is when he gets to the top of the space, his foot's going to come all the way on top of the ball. So your foot's going to come on top of the ball, and then he's just going to roll it backwards and push it behind his standing leg. Okay, so he's going to roll it back, push it behind, and then he's just going to reset himself all the way at the bottom of the space. Okay, he's going to come up, and he might even try it with the opposite foot this time. So his foot comes all the way on top, little touch, little turn, and then he's going to go all the way back to the start of the space. Coach Lee's dragging the ball backwards there. If that's too hard for you guys, you can walk the ball back to your space. Okay, we're going to work for 45 seconds in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So to complete this well, he's just going to take really small touches all the way up to that line. He's not rushing his touches. The ball's all the way in his control zone. He's taking it nice and steady. And what's important is the foot comes all the way on top of that ball. And we have 2 movements then. We catch the ball at the top, we roll it backwards, and then we push it behind our standing leg. So there's his catch, there's his push, and there's his little roll at the end. Good job, Coach Lee. So he's going to show you a couple variations, a couple more examples. Well done. Good job, Coach Lee. And he'll show us one more example. He comes all the way up. You'll notice his foot comes all the way on top of that ball. He rolls it backwards, pushes it behind that standing leg, and then he's away. Okay, and you can relax there, Coach Lee. The next one we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of dribbling, and we're going to use an outside cut this time. So what Coach Lee's going to do is actually going to start in the middle of his space here, and he can go to any one of the corners to utilize this skill. All he's going to do is pick a corner. He's going to start to dribble towards it, really small touches. When he gets close enough, he's just going to throw his body in between the cone and the ball. So you notice his right foot went in between the cone and the ball, so he's protecting it, and then the outside of the foot is what takes the ball away. So watch here, his left foot gets in between, and then the outside of the foot pushes the ball back into where he came from. Okay, so I want you guys to work as slow as you need. You're just going to walk your ball or dribble your ball to one of those corners. You're going to get your body in between, so you throw yourself around the ball, in between the cone, and then you're just going to go somewhere brand new. And we're going to work for 45 seconds again here. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good job, Coach Lee. And as you do this activity and watch on here, you might notice Coach Lee's he's bending his knees when he jumps through, but he's also just extending his arm a little bit. And what he's doing, he's getting used to, if there's a pressure there, protecting the ball in his body. Okay, he's getting used to the ability to push himself away from what is a potential pressure. Okay, you'll notice he gives himself plenty of space between that cone and that ball, just to get his body in between it as well. 20 more seconds, Coach Lee. Good job. Couple more examples. You might get one more in. And relax there. Good job, Coach Lee. So the last thing we're going to do, okay, to finish up this first recorded session for you guys, is If you guys followed us in the spring, you'll notice that we did in our live sessions a little freestyle at the end of every single session, and this was our chance, our moment, just to enjoy the ball, just to get to be creative, try some touches that we may necessarily not usually try. So a little example will be Coach Lee will be dribbling anywhere you would like inside that space, and he's just going to get some touches and turns, and he's just going to explore the ball with all the different parts of his foot. So the bottom of the foot, the inside, the outside, and the laces. Okay, there's a real chance for you to be creative here. Okay, and he's going to start in 3, 2, 1, let's go. We're going to work for a minute here, and you guys can go as slow or as fast as needed. Obviously, the faster you go, the harder you're going to be working, but we want to focus on the quality of our touches as well here. So it's a real chance to explore and do something new, okay, to really master a skill. And if you're watching this video, you'll notice Coach Lee is touching the ball with probably every part of the foot that is possible, okay? So keep working, you're doing a great job. Just over 20 seconds left for us, guys. Last 10 seconds. And you guys can relax there. Okay, so that, guys, is the end of our first pre-recorded session. You've been watching Coach Lee go through our activities. We appreciate you viewing and all our attention to all our content, okay? Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you guys learn a lot from it. Appreciate it. And we will see you guys for video number 2.